Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with SaraBanta. I'm a busy wife, mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the multi-award-winning Accelerated Health Products, a brand offering innovative, natural, scalar-enhanced supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast is not just a source of information. We're a community. We're all here to learn and grow on our health journeys, regardless of where you are today. And this podcast is the springboard to learning, and the free group coaching on Telegram is where we continue learning together. So you can ask questions. I post tips and tools daily to deepen your health and to keep you motivated in moving forward. So here's what you can expect. New episodes every Monday and Wednesday with in-depth health discussions and expert guests. Hot topic issues like this one that are in the news every Friday to keep things interesting. And then, of course, the free group coaching on Telegram. The details are found on my website, SaraBantaHealth.com. Have you thought about detoxing? You don't know where to start. You're a little worried if it's too much for you. You don't want to be hangry or have those detox flu symptoms. Well, I've created over 10 unique, easy detox cleanse programs to help you reset your body while feeling great. You eat real food, you're not hungry, and there are no detox symptoms. You can take my quiz at SaraBantaHealth.com to find out which one's right for you, from just getting to poop in the colon cleanse, to the parasite cleanse, to the liver cleanse, to the big one, which is the accelerated diet cleanse that gives you a full shift. And you still feel great day one. So maybe you're not ready for that detox, but you want to start with some few supplements and you don't know where to start. Just complete my health goals form on the website, and I will personally put together a protocol just for you. Just by taking a few steps forward with your health, I promise it will change your life. And the difference is I'm here for you at every step of the way. Oh my goodness, I love this topic. I have sent this study to my family because I've been telling them you gotta eat earlier. When you eat affects your weight. When you eat affects your metabolism. It's not just about calories. Well, for years, doctors have suggested that people trying to lose weight should avoid eating after sunset and make lunch their biggest meal of the day. And now research from the Columbia University and another university in Alberta highlights another powerful reason to adopt this habit: better metabolic health. The study found that eating at least 45% of your daily calories after 5 significantly hinders your body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes, but not just type 2 diabetes. It will affect your heart health, your thyroid health, your sleep, everything. Just a couple weeks ago, we had the time change. We actually tried to eat a little earlier, but it was really later because of the time change, and it was darker. That night, my Oura ring said, you ate too close to bedtime, because that darkness or the light in the morning sets your circadian rhythm. It doesn't know that the time changed, right? But my body knew something was wrong. And the other weekend, I ate the exact same calories, the exact same food, but I actually had my dessert, which is fruit-based, later in the night, and my sleep was crap. It makes that big of a difference. This finding supports the principles of intermittent fasting, and we've talked about that. 10% of Americans do it. Now, intermittent fasting, there's a place for it. Too much of it can be a bad thing, right? But what we're talking about here is actually eating earlier in the day and finishing your eating before 5 o'clock. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't go well with the way our society is. Most people fast all day, don't eat, and then they drink their alcohol, eat their calories all at night when they're relaxed and at home, not at work, not when they're running the kids around. I understand. I'm a mom. It doesn't fit well, but you need to think about this and you need to take it into consideration. And maybe you're not finishing all of your calories by 5 p.m., but maybe most of them, or maybe being cautious of what you are eating at night. So, one of the study's co author explains that the body's ability to metabolize glucose diminishes at night due to reduced insulin secretion and sensitivity, both regulated by our circadian rhythm. Now, that is set by when the sun comes up and when the sun goes down. So during the summertime when it's lighter out, could you get away with eating later at night? Probably. During winter time, it probably affects you more. And these late night eating that people do disrupts the cycle, leading to higher glucose levels and poor glucose tolerance, as shown in participants with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Intermittent fasting works by limiting those eating windows between 6 and 12 hours, right? Giving the body more time without food to improve that glucose processing and insulin efficiency. So fasting later in the day or into the night doesn't align with your body's natural circadian rhythms, making it less effective. What's even more impactful, that simply following a time-restricted eating window that is syncing your meals with your body's natural rhythms and daylight is more in tune with what your body wants. So during daylight savings time, you might eat a bit later if the sun is still up compared to eating earlier during the winter, right? So like I mentioned, I experienced this firsthand. Not only was my blood sugar out of whack, but my heart rate variability was. I had no energy the next morning. I could tell that my muscles weren't getting that testosterone that they normally do. It affects everything, and it's not just about the calories. So researchers also noted that late night meals tend to be calorie dense and processed. So this is a big part of the situation. And you are going to then have less insulin sensitivity and more blood sugar or more sugar dumped into your blood, needing more insulin. So your body, it's a double whammy and makes things that much worse. So if you are eating later at night, stick to those whole foods, the proteins, not the sugars, not the processed foods. You shouldn't be eating those anyway, right? So beyond the calorie quality, the timing of the meals plays that significant role in how our bodies burn and store fat. A Harvard University study further showed that late night eating reduced caloric burning rates, encouraging fat storage, decreased the hormone leptin, which tells your body, I'm not hungry anymore. These findings are all saying the same thing. Our bodies want the calories during the day. So we have to think through this. And you actually might make better choices if you focus on the calories during the day and not having them at night. So going back to insulin resistance, this is the core of it. This is what's causing people to have unexplained weight gain. This is causing the leptin resistance. It's at the core of so many metabolic diseases that are worsened by that late night eating. They all stem from the same underlying issue. The body's cells become less responsive to insulin. So insulin's job is to bring the sugar into the cell. Well, insulin's knocking at the door and the cell says, no, I say no, I'm full, go away. And that's what becomes that insulin resistance. And then those sugar calories, the glucose, gets stored as fat. And it shows up as diabetes, which is insulin resistance in the liver, heart disease, which is insulin resistance at the heart, PCOS, insulin resistance in the ovaries. How many of you women are suffering from PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, estrogen dominance, worsened menopausal symptoms? All of those things are getting worse because it's not just the sugar that's causing the insulin resistance, it's all of the toxins that we're exposed to as well, the microplastics, the heavy metals, the radiation, all of that is making this topic even more pertinent, even more that we need to focus on it. And sugar and the eating window is a tool that we can use to control it. And then lastly, Alzheimer's is insulin resistance of the brain. So that common thread is the insulin resistance. So this is what we need to focus on. It's a reminder that our health is only as good as our cellular health. So what do we do about it? Obviously, try to eat most of your calories before 5 o'clock. At the very least, try to eat and be finished eating 3 hours before bedtime. I was laughing with my kids this morning about the fact that my college kids go to bed at 11. I go to bed at 8. So I want to be eating closer to 5 or earlier, and they can get away with a little later. But that does not change the fact that the sun goes down at the same time for both of us, regardless of when we go to bed. So yes, you're going to have to go along with your family's rhythms, make everybody happy. It is really important to me as a mom that we're sitting down at the dinner table together. So am I going to sacrifice eating at 5 o'clock instead of at 4 o'clock? Yes, I am. But I have a lot of friends that tend to eat at 4 o'clock, and they find that it really works for them, and they've gotten their family to do the same thing. So what we want to do is we want to focus on the timing of when we're eating, but you can also use supplements to help with that insulin resistance, to combat the damage you're doing by maybe eating later. But also we want to control the sugar cravings and get rid of those processed foods. So number one, the accelerated fast really helps you stay committed to time restricted eating, curb the cravings for the sugar and processed foods. It also supports your earlier meal cutoffs, and that helps with the sugar regulation, the sleep quality, increasing your ATP production during the day so that you have that energy throughout the day, and you're stable. Blood sugar is stable, so you actually have good quality sleep, right? So accelerated fast is number one. Accelerated iodine. Why do I love this for your circadian rhythms? Because you take it as soon as you wake up. And that's telling your cells, okay, it's time to live. It's time to increase that fat burning, turn on that thyroid, give our brain that energy we need. It detoxes the liver, boosts that metabolism, balances the hormones, all of that. It's also going to detox your cells from all the toxins that are also making your insulin resistance worse. But what I love about it is you take it right when you wake up, and then that is starting the clock for your daytime. And that's going to help your sleep at night. So you're going to take your first dose right when you wake up, second dose at some point when you are on a fasted tummy where you don't have food in your stomach. And then the last dose I always like to take before 4 o'clock. So your body knows, okay, now we're going to wind down. It also helps with your cortisol and the other hormones in your body. Accelerated iodine is the only iodine that is monoatomic and gets nearly 100% absorption, enhanced with scalar frequencies. There's no other iodine out there. I've had people say, well, I thought your body needs 2 types of iodine. No, those 2 types of iodine that you're hearing about actually have to get broken down into the monoatomic form that accelerated is already in. So all cells in the body take that accelerated iodine. Following that up with the accelerated ancient salt, that's going to help the cells hydrate. Intracellular hydration provides over 62 minerals, helps with the sugar cravings, flushes out the toxins, and supports your liver health. Your liver is what's waking you up between 2 and 4 in the morning. So if you're waking up, then you have this big sugar dump, big glucose dump, and from your liver, and your liver also could be backed up from all the sugar we're talking about, insulin resistance, and it's suffering, right? So the accelerated ancient salt is helping with your liver health as well. Accelerated scalar copper, another powerhouse. It tackles that insulin resistance by supporting fat metabolism, reducing triglycerides and liver fat, and improving how fat and sugar are processed in your cells. Accelerated copper, it's the only one that I know of that is in liquid form with nearly 100% absorption and has that scalar technology enhancement as well. Your body is using it to help burn fat, regulate that uric acid, reduce oxidative stress. It even inhibits an enzyme called PDE3, which blocks fat burning, giving you an extra edge in the struggle with insulin resistance and weight loss. So those are the top supplements. Then I love using my Hiwi Microgen device. Why? Because it's got programs to help with your sugar cravings. It's got programs for semaglutide, that Ozempic. People are using it to shut off their appetite and help it suppress those cravings for sugar. You can also use it for energy in the morning, for adrenal support, for thyroid support, to get you out of bed, go do your stuff, and then for sleep and anxiety to calm you down at night. It has over 60,000 programs. I never am without it. So then you can also use that accelerated liver care combined with the liver flush cleanse 3 to 4 times a year. But the accelerated liver care is going to help reset your liver health, rebuild it, detox it all at the same time. It has 13 rare herbs that no one has combined like we have, that work synergistically together to rebuild that liver. And you can flush those stones out into the toilet with the accelerated liver flush cleanse that uses the accelerated liver care. I've had clients say to me, Sara, I've done 4 or 5 of your liver flushes, and this one was the best with the accelerated liver care. It takes it to that whole nother level. So that is also going to really impact your insulin resistance, which is going to impact your sleep, which is going to impact your overall health and help you keep your window of eating earlier. So the big takeaways: try to eat most of your calories during the day before 5 o'clock. If you have to eat after 5 o'clock, keep it lower sugar, no processed foods, and focus on getting enough of that wild animal protein that I talk about. That will help stabilize your sugars. It will also keep you full longer. That is my key. So hopefully this was helpful. This is something that I've been screaming at my family for, but I know it's not socially acceptable. Let's make it socially acceptable. Let's go to dinner at 4 o'clock and make it a thing, right? Thanks for listening. Our discussion does not have to stop here. If you're feeling lost in the supplement world, no worries. I'm here to help. I know it can be confusing. You can start by getting your free supplement protocol. Just head to SaraBantaHealth.com, complete the form, and I will personally put together a protocol for you. Follow me on social media at Accelerated Health Products for more insights, and join the free group coaching on Telegram. There's no downside. Invite your friends, invite your family members. I answer questions, post insights, and keep you moving forward. There's no obligation. You can listen to this podcast and all of my podcasts at Accelerated Health with SaraBanta on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, Amazon, Roku, iHeartRadio, and over 100 different platforms. And you can use coupon podcast10 to get 10% off your first order. Remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.